against a 3rd and 6.
57. Hey, go 66. Hey. 57, Mike. Mike 57. Cover. 57.
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. 57. 53, Linda. Defense, let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Hey, 66.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
And 4 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he finds Gronk. Take us to the 2-minute warning. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this 1st half. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And an Eagle 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
3 yards the gain there, second down. He completes it to Evans. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Brady's pass.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Already too often in this game, we've seen him break runs to the 2nd and the 3rd level, and I think this defense has been way too focused on their passing game. At some point, they've got to understand that the running game is hurting them as well. That last run,
looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott on for the
short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brady, open man, Gronkowski complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Down at the 31.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 31, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 31 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Buccaneers 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, he'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of
7 yards, the pickup there.
And 3. At the 30.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
33-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And that is incomplete here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 41, Brady. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by the
They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10. At their own
the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He finds McCoy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, McCoy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw, Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now they get the timeout.
1st and 10.
It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Back two is the mic. Mike back two. Mike back two. All day. All day, every day. Any day. What's the end? Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here.